Here again with another UFC predictions video as we have UFC 291 taking place on Saturday, July 29th. Just going to get my predictions for the main card. And remember that the card is, of course, subject to change. And if you're a fight fan, which I hope you are if you're watching this video, and you like predictions videos and reaction videos, make sure you Hulk smash the like button. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. And with about 20 seconds left to go in this video on the end screen, right here, right here, right here, and right here, I'll put some fight reaction videos that have happened in 2023, the best ones that you'd want to see. Check out those if you haven't seen them already. And let's start this prediction video off. Kicking things off in the welterweight division, we have a really fun matchup between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson against Michel Pereira. It's a coin flip in my opinion. Wonderboy's the older fighter. He's got that karate stance, and Michel Pereira is crazy and does all these flips and all these kicks and somersaults and all this crazy stuff. He's not really a wrestler, and Wonderboy tends to struggle against wrestlers like Gilbert Burns, who's not necessarily a wrestler but has the jiu-jitsu and just grappling and all that, and of course the Bilal Muhammad fight. So that would tell me that Wonderboy's going to win, but I'm actually going to pick Michel Pereira to win the fight. I just have a feeling that he's going to win. It could go either way. Honestly, I hate to pick against Wonderboy in this fight because it's a fight I could see him easily win, but I just have a feeling that Pereira is going to get the job done. And then next up, also in the UFC welterweight division, we have a fun matchup between Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. I'm a big Kevin Holland fan. I like Kevin Holland a lot. And Michael Chiesa was supposed to be the guy that was going to be a top contender and possibly be a champion, or at least fight for the championship in this division, the welterweight championship. And he loses the fights when he gets to that point. And Holland has some things to prove in this. Chiesa is a really good grappler, and Kevin Holland will definitely be tested in this particular fight. I'm actually going to go with Kevin Holland in this one. He is the favorite, which I'm kind of surprised. I just feel like he's too big for Michael Chiesa, because remember, Kevin Holland was fighting at middleweight, 185 at one point. But I could obviously see Chiesa winning this fight. This card is a lot of close fights, in my opinion. But I'm going to pick Kevin Holland. Maybe I'm picking with my heart there, but I think Kevin Holland is going to get the job done. And then in an interesting matchup in the UFC lightweight division, we have Tony El Cucuy Ferguson versus Bobby Green. They're saying that Bobby Green is the favorite. This is a fight I could see Tony Ferguson winning because Ferguson doesn't get KO'd, other than when he gets kicked in the face by Michael Chandler. You're not going to see Bobby Green do any of that stuff, and I don't think he can knock Ferguson out with just punches. But Tony Ferguson is very crafty. If he gets a hold of you, he can do different submissions and all that. And Bobby Green is going to just want to stand and box. So, I'm going to go with Bobby Green. But I would not, and I repeat this, and I've said this for the past two fights, I would not be surprised if Tony Ferguson wins this fight. Although, he hasn't looked very impressive as of late. But I just think it's a fight that he could win if something happens. And then in a fun matchup in the UFC light heavyweight division, which as of this recording, which I'm recording this video on Thursday night, what day is it? July 20th. I forgot what day it was. We have essentially this fight is going to be a number one contender fight between Jan Blachowicz, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, versus the former middleweight champion, Alex Pereira. A lot of people are picking Jan Blachowicz to win the fight, and he's obviously the better wrestler, and if he gets Pereira down, especially early on in the fight, it could be a really bad night for Pereira. If Blachowicz does that, he needs to be more active and just not lay on top of him, because that's what he did against Israel Adesanya, but he won the fight when Izzy went to the light heavyweight division to try to win and be a champ. But I'm actually going to go with Alex Pereira. I've seen some different sparring videos of him go crazy, and he looks good at 205. Especially, I mean, he's got a really good coach in Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira can essentially mimic Jan Blachowicz' style if he wants to just lay on top of him. If this fight is just a striking fight, Alex Pereira should win the fight. Although Blachowicz, don't undersell his striking. He's got some vicious knockouts. The knockout against Luke Rockhold and the knockout against Corey Anderson. And I'm sure there's many more. But I'm going to go with Pereira to win this fight. Maybe I kind of want Pereira to win. But Jan Blachowicz, I'm not really, he's kind of boring, I guess. I don't know. So that's who I'm picking. And then in the main event of the evening, in the UFC lightweight division for the BMF title, the baddest motherfucker or bad motherfucker title is returning when we have Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje 2. Wow, this is going to be a tough fight to call. I mean, a lot of people would probably say Poirier is going to win the fight. And on paper, Poirier should win, as I think he's a better overall fighter than Gaethje. He's more crafty. He can come out with more combinations. Gaethje's like 2 shots or a shot and a kick, and that's what he's got. He has to pause for a second, and that's what I noticed in their first fight. However, Justin Gaethje is a much different fighter. He does things more cautiously, at least to a point, and he just beat Rafael Fiziev, or no, not Rafael Fiziev, or is it Fiziev? That was a fight he was supposed to lose, and I predicted Gaethje to win that fight, and I don't think I've ever actually predicted against Justin Gaethje. Will that continue? It's kind of like if Justin Gaethje can really bring it to Poirier, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick Justin Gaethje to win the fight. Call me crazy. I don't know. I just want to see a fun, awesome fight. And we saw that in their first fight. Lots of leg kicks by Gaethje, and Poirier was getting hurt by those leg kicks. And he had, at the end of the third round, he had Poirier not doing well, and then Poirier ended up knocking him out. Although one could argue it was a slightly early stoppage by Herb Dean. But whatever the case may be, I'm going to pick Justin Gaethje to win. Probably not the smartest decision, but hey, I'm going with Gaethje. So there you have it. Be sure to let me know what your predictions are in the comment section. I got some crazy picks for this card, but I really think anything could happen in all of these fights on the main card. So let me know what your predictions are. Let me know any fights that you want to see. Let me know what your favorite UFC pay-per-view are. What's your favorite UFC pay-per-view? We just got off a UFC 290, and that was a pretty awesome pay-per-view. It's one of the better ones that I've seen in the past few years. So let me know if there's one that really sticks out for you. And of course, not to beat a dead horse here, but if you're a fan of UFC and you like prediction videos and reaction videos and all that good stuff, make sure you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms, and last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You are watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and J-Dev will return. It's time!